And if you can condition your body to becoming that person, game's over. In order to understand the legitimacy of manifestation, we must first come to understand post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Now, for those listening to me, that may seem like a very curious segue into how I'm going to convey to you the truth, the scientific truth, that manifestation happens as a consequence of the thoughts that you bring into reality. We must first understand the reverse effect, which is how previous thoughts have created the current reality of some individuals who are stuck in that insidious cycle of post-traumatic stress disorder. So there's a wonderful book called The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I'll show it here. And essentially, the whole premise of this book, in a very indirect and maybe rather circuitous way, shows how manifestation is a real phenomenon. So to give you a kind of brief summary of this book, the reason PTSD is so prevalent in individuals who perhaps have served for their country or have even been at the hands of domestic abuse or sexual abuse is because the body cannot tell the difference between an imagined event, such as a memory, and a real event happening now in the physical realm in time. So what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that if you sit, and I'll give you a closer example to those individuals who are experiencing PTSD, those individuals that have this particular disorder are constantly plagued by the traumatic memories of their past. And it's not so much that their mind is experiencing that challenge, rather it is their body. You see, their body doesn't understand that the memory has already came and went. When it relives those traumatic memories, or when it flits back to those past events, it's experiencing that trauma in real time. It believes it's back in that situation because it's such a vivid and traumatic memory. You'll get the kinetic sensations and feedbacks from that event. Palms start to get sweaty, maybe heat starts radiating from the chest up to the neck and to the face. The heart starts beating faster. There are real sensations that happens in time because the body is stuck between the present moment in front of it now and shooting back 10 years, 20 years to that event. And Bessel van der Kolk beautifully explains how the root of these traumas is in the body's inability to differ between those events. And it's all about teaching the body to come back to the present moment in lieu of those traumatic memories. So let me take a pause here, and then the premise of this video, why manifestation is real, why is some of this content so conducive to the legitimacy of that practice? Well, it's because that if the body can't tell the difference between a past event and experience it in real time, can we convince the body of a future event that hasn't happened, but it then can experience it in real time? And that is the essence of manifestation. It's that if you sit and journal and write very, very vividly in detail about the event that you would like to experience in the future, and you close your eyes and you mentally visualize it and rehearse it, you'll start to feel the same kind of kinetic sensations that are associated with that successful event. Could be a swelling in the chest as your heart opens. This happens to me quite frequently when I'm doing my visualizations, that I physically feel the vessels, the blood vessels in my heart begin to dilate and open as my heart flourishes in lieu of this visual event that I'm going to experience. I feel it in the moment. My rational brain knows it's not happening to me now, but my body, which is my subconscious mind, doesn't know the difference. It's experiencing the sensations with that successful person who brings towards that future reality. And this is crucial to understand, that I delineate this in manifestation. It's not that you start to bring material possessions towards you. They start to appear in your reality. No, it's not like that. You become the kind of person that draws those things to you. So you have to become the person first. It's about the successful person brings those things into fruition. And if you can condition your body to becoming that person, game's over. It's already happened. You're already living in the body, the subconscious mind of somebody who has that six-figure business, who has the fancy cars, the trappings of material wealth and whatnot, who has that spiritual relationship with God and the divine. It's all about using your mind. This is what the Kybalion teaches. One of the first laws of the ancient Hermetic teachings. All is mind. Reality is purely the external is an extension of your internal nature. And as soon as you come to realize that, you can just start creating reality so quickly as you begin to sit more frequently into the subconscious mind and condition it to your will. This is all for your creation. And you and people, many people, are subconsciously creating their own suffering. They wake up in the morning and they may watch a video on YouTube or Instagram of their friends having, great success, and then they go into depression and they think back to their lives, and they're rehearsing that mental event of their apathy, of their depression, of their stress, of their anxiety, and then they look out into the external and what do they see? Stress, depression, anxiety. We need to get ahead of this. We need to start thinking more creatively and more intuitively. And it's remarkable how many people can pass this off as esoteric new age woo-woo, which I'm not naive to the other what would you say, charlatans who perpetuate that kind of new age bullshit. But this is real, and you have to do the deep work to do this. You have to be committed to sitting by yourself with no distractions, with TV not on, with YouTube not playing, with Netflix not playing, and create your reality. When's the last time you sat down for an hour and just wrote about what you want to happen? If you can't do that, you can't complain. You have to design it. You have to imagine it in vivid detail. You have to be, when you close your eyes, you have to be there. And you have to imagine this from a first person point of view. You have to be in that character, in that person. You have to experience every sensation of that particular scenario, that dream scenario. It's got to be that in depth that you cannot tell the difference. And then you start to get that feedback, the heart opening, the micro expressions on your face when you're smiling. This is the true, this is the ineffable. This is the undescribable. This is true divine reality creation at its grassroots, fundamental, transparent nature. And I'm just trying to make you recognize that you are him, you are it, I am that. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get your pen and paper after this and start creating your own reality. It's all in your hands. It's all in your mind. It's all up here. This is the only tool you need. You've been given this gift. Use it. Create your reality. And stop complaining. Stop suffering. Be. Create. Hold the pen. If you subscribe to everything which I have said here, brothers, then you can subscribe to me, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Take care.